Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tina Nguyen, the founder of XXL Scrunchie, and today we're diving right into something a lot of you have been asking me about. How I grew my small business and started getting sales. I made a video already about how I started my small business, exact steps to get up and running, but this video is all about the next steps, like gaining customers, how I got my first sales, and what I've learned in almost 5 years. Let's get into it. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to be elasticing some scrunchies as I talk because we're running low on some of these colors. First, you need your elastic, scissors, and your bodkin. Bodkin is linked below in my storefront if you guys are interested in this amazing tool that threads my elastic through all of our scrunchies. And a ruler to measure. And your scrunchie tubes. Let's start off with talking about the first sale. It's the moment every small business owner waits for and hopes to happen. And fun fact, I actually got my first sale before I even launched. And I'm gonna tell you how. Let's flash back to Christmas 2019. I had gifted the very first XXL scrunchie to my cousin. At the time, it was just a Christmas gift, something fun, unique to make and gift. And she owns Vitality Beauty Company in Thunder Bay, Ontario. And when she saw the XXL scrunchie I made for her out of my mom's old shirt, she told me to start it as a business, and she really encouraged me because she said she could sell them at her salon. That was the moment I thought, maybe I really could start this. I already have a sale, why not? So I whipped up a bunch of scrunchies within 2 weeks, and she ordered 60 of them right away. So crazy, right? I didn't even make enough. Before I started XXL Scrunchie, I was a mural artist and graphic designer. So I had a bunch of clients, and I reached out to 2 of them in my hometown, Belleville. 2 of them were beauty and hair salons. And I just texted them a photo of scrunchies. I think it was on the floor, maybe on my bed. And I asked, would you be interested in purchasing some of these for your salon? To my surprise, they said yes, give me 20 or give me 30 right away. One of those salons is Salon U in Belleville, Ontario, and they've still bought to this day, 4.5 years later. Their last order was of 67 items. I think they've ordered over like 40 times. And I've also gained customers from them because people would buy my scrunchies in their salon and then look me up and then discover me. Suddenly, before I launched, I had over 100 scrunchies to make. Technically, those were my first 3 sales. At the time, I was making these all alone from start to finish, cutting the fabric, measuring it, sewing it, elasticing it, seaming it, stapling on the tags, doing it all. Suddenly gearing up for my launch on January 5th with already a bunch of orders to make. I actually made my website go live the day before I launched. So we launched January 5th, 2020, like me sharing it to the world. But on January 4th, I made the site live online because I was like, who's gonna find it? Nobody, because nobody knows about it. To my surprise, someone ordered, and I was like, how is this possible? It must be a mistake. Well, my cousin Ann Lan told her cousin Mai Ding about it, and she placed an order. The point of these stories is that all these sales were organic, or from me reaching out, or me just sharing to my inner circle and my family and clients and connections I've made in the past. No TikTok yet, no Instagram, no Reels. Reels and TikTok didn't even exist back then, and I already got those sales. It just proves that if you tap into your network, share your passion with the people around you, it can be such a powerful and motivating thing, especially in the startup days. I do get a lot of messages from people saying like, I'm shy and I don't want to show my face. I don't want to promote my business. I don't want to promote myself. It feels weird. But let me tell you, that's exactly how XXL Scrunchie grew. It made all the difference. It's technically free marketing. I'm not paying for any ads. I've done it once. It didn't work for me. It's just all organic, authentic, and honestly, I think it's one of the best ways to grow a business or your content. To sum it all up in a couple steps that you can take right now, if you haven't already. 1, make an Instagram page for your business. 2, a Facebook page. 3, a Pinterest page. 4, a TikTok page. 5, a YouTube page. And number 6, you can use later.com to cross-post everything, because if you're already posting on one social media channel, why not post it on another one? Optimize those views, like even if it's just getting 10 views. I recently posted a video. Social media tricked us into thinking 10 views is not a lot, but imagine 10 people walked in here right now and wanted to buy a scrunchie, or just wanted to help support or say hi. That is huge. It all adds up. And again, if you have a personal social media channel, share your business's page onto that. People or friends, they're gonna wanna support, and they're gonna wanna see what you're passionate about. Before we dive into all the sales tips and growth hacks, I really want to start with something just as important, which is protecting your business. I know it's not the most glamorous topic, but it's absolutely necessary if you're serious about growing your brand the right way. Let's start with business licenses. So depending on where you're located, you might need to register your business or get a specific license to operate legally. I remember this part being a little confusing when I first started, but taking the time to figure it out early saved me so much stress later. My advice, research your local laws and ask for help if you need it. Make sure you're compliant from the start. Trust me, you don't want to have any surprise fines. That's like the last thing a small business owner needs on top of their already full plate. I first registered with owner.com, and then I later worked with my accountant to register as a corporation. Next is liability. If you sell products like I do, especially handmade ones, protecting yourself legally is key. I didn't know I had to protect myself because of scrunchies, but you do. I made sure to have clear terms and conditions on my website. I do my insurance with McDougall Insurance. Highly recommend them. There's someone I can trust that won't sell me unnecessary insurance, because yes, they are technically salespeople and there are some bad ones out there I've had some struggles with. People might sell you things and trick you into things you might not need, but luckily I found them, really trust them. It's not the fun part of the business, but it is essential. If anything goes wrong with a product, you never know. There's so many possibilities. You want to be covered. I know it can feel like overkill when you're smaller, but it's just one of those things to have peace of mind, and you'll be so glad that you did. And don't forget about finances. Keeping your business and personal finances separate is a must. Open a business bank account, track your expenses, and stay organized. When tax season comes, you'll be thanking yourself. It makes everything just a lot smoother and avoids any unnecessary headaches. Better yet, it's better to talk to an accountant early on. That's one of my biggest regrets, that I didn't do that early. I was just keeping it all organized myself. Doing all this gives you the freedom to focus on the fun, like growing your brand and making those sales. Speaking of making things easier, that's where ZenBusiness comes in. If I could go back and do it all over again, ZenBusiness would have been my first stop to form an LLC to kick off my business. Having an LLC is super important because it protects your personal assets, simplifies business taxes, and legitimizes the brand of your business. ZenBusiness created an accessible and easy to use platform that anyone can use to help entrepreneurs take care of operations so you can focus on what you love. ZenBusiness simplifies the entire process of starting and growing a business. They have 4.8 Trustpilot and A+ Better Business Bureau scores, as well as an award-winning customer service, and have helped launch over 700,000 small businesses, plus one-day processing speeds to start fast. Imagine having everything you need in one place to get started, from LLC formation and business licenses to compliance tools and document templates. The peace of mind ZenBusiness provides means you don't have to worry about missing a step, and you can focus on making your first sales and building your dream. They even offer worry-free compliance, which keeps you on top of filling deadlines and legal updates, so you're always covered. And with their starter package starting at just $0 plus state fees, as well as registered agent services and worry-free compliance, ZenBusiness is accessible to every budget. They're the partner you can count on for the long haul. So if you're ready to take the next step in your business journey, click the link in the description to get started with ZenBusiness. They'll handle the nitty-gritty so you can focus on making your business dreams a reality. Start your LLC formation today to kick off or protect your business. Now that we've covered the serious business side, let's talk about growth. After my first sale and the first launch, I knew it was time to build momentum. For me, the key to that was consistency. I've listened to so many podcasts. If you practice at a skill for a year, you're gonna be way better at that skill than if you just did it once a month. So I knew if I was consistent posting and creating content, there would be 100% chance that it will grow than if I don't do it. I made sure to show up on social media every single day. Sometimes I was posting twice a day. And this was before I was even scheduling out the content. So I would have the items ready as a draft to post, and I would just go on each day and make sure I post something. That wasn't sustainable, but I will help provide you with tools that I use now. Whether it was posting behind the scenes content, engaging with customers by sharing, packaging their order and showcasing it. For example, we recently had an order to Qatar, I think 2, and Saudi Arabia, UK, Australia, so many places all around the world. Or sharing the process of a product, how it started, beginning to end, making a scrunchie. I wanted people to know XXL Scrunchie was out there and how we do things here, who helps, who's part of the team, who you're really buying from. To me, they're more than just scrunchies. Here's what worked for me on Instagram. I started posting daily. I was doing feed posts at the time every single day, but now I post an Instagram reel every single day. And lately we have so much content I need to get out. I post on Instagram twice a day. And these posts get cross-posted to Facebook, so they're also getting posted on there. And I post at 6 a.m. That just is when I think it does best. And then at 6:30 p.m. we post again. I will get to TikTok later though. The results. Today we've grown to over almost 140,000 followers on Instagram, over 150,000 on Facebook, our Facebook business page. And on our Pinterest page, we get over 250,000 monthly views. All these are the same posts getting posted on different channels. The end goal is to get the customer to your website to see all your amazing products. So I keep talking about scheduling because you should optimize your social media strategy with automation. Not everyone can hire a social media manager or have a social media person. I am our social media person, luckily, because I was a social media manager for other accounts in my previous career as a graphic designer and as a mural artist. By being self-taught and going to George Brown for graphic design and being able to work with real clients on their social media pages, that's where I've gained my experience. But not everyone can afford to have another person like that. Your time is incredibly valuable, especially as a small business owner. I highly, highly recommend using a tool like later.com. It keeps all my stuff organized and I can schedule to post it out all at one time or as little or as much as I want. But at least it's all saved there, my completed videos that I want to post out in the world. And then I can schedule them on multiple channels all at once. It's very easy to use that than posting on each channel individually. That would take up way too much of your time, and I would not recommend that. With that time saved, you can create more quality content. Focus on storytelling, hopping on fun trends, but make it applicable to you, or just post whatever's on your mind. Someone out there is gonna be able to relate. You could post a tip for your audience. People will appreciate the authenticity. Nothing has to be perfect, just post. Another thing you'll need to do is edit efficiently. You wear many hats as a small business owner, including editing or video editor now. Make sure to set aside dedicated time to get those edits done, because you can have all the footage you want, but if you're not editing it and producing it into like a reel or something to post, then what's the point, right? This way you can streamline your workflow and reduce the stress of last minute posting. Don't forget to use relevant hashtags. The power of hashtags still exists. They play a crucial role in optimizing your search engine optimization, and the algorithm will connect you with the correct audience members that may actually care about whatever you're posting and build your community. This may seem obvious, I may have said it already, but just do it. Just post your video. Grab the camera right now, film whatever it is you're doing, explain it in a step-by-step method, like 5 steps to make a scrunchie, 5 steps how I started my business. Just do it and post and see what happens. And then you'll realize it's not that hard. The big issue is just starting and keeping up with it. That is the challenge, the journey of it all. If you keep posting and keep doing what you're doing, your chances of success are going to be much higher. You'll also learn from what works and what doesn't work, because it is different for everybody. My cooking video might not do as well as a famous chef. So you've got to find what works for you. Experimenting with TikTok. TikTok has been huge for our growth. I wasn't sure if I even wanted to post on there at the time because it was like, oh, another thing to do, another thing to post on. But I kept seeing someone else posting about why they joined TikTok, and they said, why not get more eyes on your business? So I'm just relaying that message to you. If you're not already on TikTok, why not? We've grown to over 550,000 followers on TikTok, which is crazy. We're verified on TikTok. I've made a vlog about my detailed TikTok journey, so if you haven't seen that yet, have a watch after. Here's some of my TikTok videos for inspiration, like packing an order, a day in the life from start to finish, or even just like your morning routine, your night routine, your day in the life from 9 to 3. Just put the camera there, let it roll, and do a voiceover after. You're already doing something, why not film it? A struggle that you encountered, like a couple months ago, I was so confused on why worldwide shipping to Vietnam was $300 for one scrunchie. And luckily, it got me connected to eShipper, who we use now, and we can now ship a scrunchie to Vietnam for $20 instead. So posting about your struggles, guaranteed at least one other person's gonna be struggling too, or you might find a solution through posting that someone could help you out with. It's all like full circle moments. You could hop on a trend like me and my dad did this dancing trend to share our Black Friday sale coming up. You could unpack things. You're definitely gonna be getting packages, right? Why not unpackage them on camera? Do ASMR. Don't even have to talk. Cooking. I did film a cooking recipe with my cousin, and I want to share more of my mom's recipes because she makes lunch for me like every day, and her Vietnamese food is my favorite. So I want to start sharing that. Another key moment of our growth was posting on YouTube. This channel wasn't even part of my plan. I just wanted to post a vlog because at the time you couldn't post more than a 1-minute video on TikTok. And I wanted to share our newly renovated basement in my parents' house where I was operating XXL Scrunchie out of. So I made a vlog, and then I made a little intro sharing our story. It got so many views, more than I thought it ever would. I just wanted to share it with our Instagram community and be like, hey, this is the tour if you guys want to see it. Results from YouTube, we've grown over 345,000 subscribers by sharing my day in the life content, behind the scenes content, videos like this where I'm sharing my tips and what I've learned. Again, no paid ads. We've just organically grown, stayed consistent, and created like a genuine, amazing community that I'm so grateful for. And it's all about, not just about the posting, but for me, it's about building our community through engagement. Beyond posting, it's about connecting. I do that by responding to comments with a video, answering questions, replying to DMs and messages that we get on all of our channels. And at least if I can't reply to every comment, you can like it. I love when people like my comments. I feel like that's the least I can do. Sharing on social media has allowed us to share like real-time events, our growth, little things that accumulate to big things, like when I got our first warehouse, when I moved into my first house. I got my first speaking event. Social media is an amazing tool, and I think the key for growth for small businesses now. Collaborations have also been a huge part of my growth. Sharing other small business products and them sharing ours. We shipped Mermaid's Jaw a bunch of scrunchies for them and their team. They filmed an unboxing, we filmed the packing, and then they shipped us items too for our team. We filmed the unboxing, they filmed the packing, and we got to share it on both of our pages, and both of our audiences got to see it. And it also helps support another small business, which I love doing because we're all in this together. Also, collaborating on giveaways is an amazing way to reach new audiences through the other brand you're collaborating with. Highly recommend. Not too many though, because then it can be overkill and I don't think looks as authentic. Once in a while is awesome. PR is another thing we've dabbled in, like sending free items to certain influencers with a bigger following, or I've even sent to micro influencers that have like less than 1,000 following. It's just something we've dabbled in, but it's not like a huge part of my marketing strategy because we don't have the budget for it. I'm not totally familiar with it. It's not something we set aside time to keep up with because we've seen just such great results in posting and sharing our content behind the scenes that I try to focus on the editing and the content creation rather than PR. But it is something we do. If I come across someone that I connect with online, I'm always like, hey, can we send you some stuff? And I don't ask for anything in return and just hope that they post. Here's some inspiring ideas to make your videos more engaging and relatable, or just some ideas to get started. Share your startup story. Tell the story of why you started. Take your community through the beginning, middle, the end, the hardships. Explain your passion, your motivation, or even explain like what you did before or what inspired you to start. I would love to personally know all these things. Give a behind the scenes look. One of my biggest regrets is not filming more in my apartment because I thought no one would buy scrunchies from me if they knew I was making them in my apartment. But it would have been the opposite. They would have seen the startup journey, the story, how I was trying really hard to make it work despite having a small apartment. Share who's helping if anyone is giving you a hand, like my parents. And one of my very first viral videos were just sharing how my dad helps me, and he just cuts these little threads off each scrunchie after we sew them and he staples on our tag. Or how my mom helps, she cuts all of our fabric for us. You could incorporate fun trends. Like I did a video recently, the caption said how a big company packs your order. They just throw your small tiny item in a huge box with no wrapping. And then I showed how a small business packs an order, which is very meticulous, thoughtful. We take a little more time to pack orders than big companies because we have the time to do it, and every order means so much to us. Just remember, like, authenticity is key. Your unique story, your personality is what is going to set your business apart. That is your superpower, and don't forget that. I know it's really hard to when you're comparing yourself starting up. I remember seeing Chelsea King scrunchies, love their brand, love their aesthetic. I remember thinking, oh my God, they're so cool. I want to be just like them. But no, you want to be just like you. It's easy to fall in the trap, but I'm here to remind you, just be you. And that's what's going to make it the most fun. You can just be yourself. Next, gaining customers. Another major lesson learned is building trust with your customers. We have like a high percentage of repeat customers. That means customers have bought more than once from us, and that is the best feeling. They like their order so much, spent their hard-earned money again on us. What an honor. We have one customer, hi Brittany. I think she's at over 120 orders. In the early days, building customer trust, personalizing your orders, keeping up with comments and DMs and communications. In the early days, I did this through handwriting long notes for every order, and obviously you can't keep up with that. So now we just handwrite every person's name onto a thank you card that goes into everyone's order. Also, you may realize you're getting an influx of emails when you start your business, and replying back to customer emails in a timely manner is key. If you are so busy you can't take the time right away to respond, at least let them know you've read the message and you will respond back later once you're back from whatever it is you're doing. Because I've put off a customer email before because I was away, but then I should have just said, I'm away, I'll be back this day and I promise I'll solve XYZ, whatever it is they were talking about. I'll be honest with you guys though, putting yourself out there, it is nerve-wracking. A lot of people tell me I'm so natural at it, but it took practice. In the beginning, I felt so awkward. Like I would send film stories to my cousin and be like, do I sound weird? We're not born talking to a camera. It takes practice, and just with practice, you'll get there, you'll watch yourself back, you'll get used to seeing yourself, and you're gonna be amazing. People wanna connect with you, and that was my best way of doing it, just facing nerve-wracking awkwardness and start filming and sharing. We're like almost 5 years old, so it does take practice, and you will get there too if you want to. It's opened so many doors for me by posting on social media. Like people have discovered me and given me opportunities. Not only just like customers discovering and purchasing, but Intuit QuickBooks flew me to their campus 2 years ago in California to speak to their team of 7,000 people because Jen found me from one of my YouTube videos. I've even gotten to go to events with TikTok Canada. I've met the CEO of TikTok. Oh, a producer from Dragon's Den contacted me that I should apply, and then I was actually on last season 18, episode 9, if you want to watch it. She emailed me, told me to apply because she follows me on TikTok. Imagine I never posted on TikTok. She probably wouldn't have emailed me, and then I probably wouldn't have pitched my business on TV. None of these incredible opportunities would have happened if I wasn't posting, if I didn't get past my do I look awkward, do I sound weird phase. I wouldn't even be here sitting filming this right now. Looking back on almost 5 years, I've learned so much. I've made plenty of mistakes, but every lesson taught me something very valuable. Just be adaptable. Take deep breaths, calm yourself, focus on one task at a time, and just get stuff done. Make sure you prioritize your important tasks so you're not overwhelmed. And what worked for me in the first year of business probably wouldn't work now. Things change, our time changes, and just be adaptable to all that. I've had to take different risks, post on different channels, try out different videos, buy new equipment, new cameras. But the one thing that has stayed true this whole time and has helped us grow is just posting on all those channels consistently. Running a small business is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Growth does take time. There's gonna be ups and downs, trust me. All right guys, that's how I grew XXL Scrunchie from 0 to now. I hope this video gives you an insight of what we've done to grow, what you can do, what you can achieve. Hope this helps you grow and get more sales. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this was helpful at all, and see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.